All right. Well, with our trip to Disneyland, actually leaving here less than a week, we are going to. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. They don't even know where we're going. Tried to pantser and it didn't work. So as you'll probably get with a lot of interruptions with this video. Plus, we're also watching Inside Out. It's just kind of the normal day here in our household. And the smashing of cameras. We're going to be leaving for Disneyland here in less than a week. So I wanted to talk about just some of my favorite rides. Just my personal favorite rides. At Disneyland. Even though there's a lot of construction going on, we probably won't be able to ride all of them, but these ones are actually just my favorites.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past. And here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
As you might have been able to tell from Harley's shirt that she's wearing, she's trying to, I don't know what she's doing. She's like bouncing into the camera and being all sorts of crazy right now. There we go. It's a Halloween shirt, so we're going to be going for the Mickey Mouse's Halloween event that they got there, which is something that Katie and I have actually never done. But that's just kind of a little side thing. That's just, what we're going to shoot later on and what we're going to kind of post later on. So I'm excited about that one because I'll be experiencing that one for the first time. So I'm going to kind of talk about my list, kind of dialing back from my least favorite rides to my most favorite rides. Actually, number 5 favorite ride is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Now, there's no reason that this should actually be like kind of one of my favorite rides. It's kind of your basic sort of dark ride, but something about the Wind in the Willows and Mr. Toad has always just kind of captured my imagination. It's really kind of a sinister ride when you think about it. He, goes on a crazy driving rampage where he gets charged and sentenced by a jury and ends up dying in an explosion and goes to hell. I mean, that's pretty crazy when you think about it. So, but it's always been one of my favorites. I don't know, it's one of those things that I can't really explain it. I think it was always one of my parents' favorites whenever we would go there, so it just kind of inherited in me. So it's something that I kind of hope that this little one also enjoys. We have the original Wind in the Willows, which is on the movie set of Walt Disney's Ichabod Mr. Toad. So it also has the Sleepy Hollow story, which is cool. Which, side note, they're actually incorporating the Headless Horseman into the Mickey Mouse's Halloween parade. So that's pretty cool right now. It's going to be kind of like hosted. So I'm really looking forward to that because he's always been one of my creepy favorites. So I'm going to say number 5 is going to be my Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I really enjoy that one. Now, next one too, I think probably also was inherited from my parents, but it's always just been one of my kind of loves, just from adventure and excitement movies and that sort of a thing. Is the Jungle Cruise, right, Hart? You've watched a lot of videos about the Jungle Cruise, right? Yeah. Do you like what's your favorite animal on the Jungle Cruise?
Monkey.
You like the monkeys? The monkeys that turn the boat over. The elephants.
Giraffes.
The elephants are cool too.
And giraffes too. And sea otters too.
What? There's no sea otters in the Jungle Cruise ride. No, there's not.
Yes.
There's piranhas.
Yeah.
Well, the Jungle Cruise is supposed to be made up of all the major rivers, kind of the world: the Amazon River, the Mekong, the Nile, and just kind of supposed to experience.
And the horses.
There's no horses in there. There's zebras.
Zebras.
They're zebras.
Zebras.
And foot down. And supposed to just kind of incorporate that. That was one of the rides that that Walt Disney wanted to kind of keep changing over and over and incorporate more things into it. He originally wanted to have the ride incorporate real animals, but then once he learned that that most of the animals he wanted to feature were actually nocturnal or very, very flighty, no one would ever see, then the plan of that's Addison. The plan for the auto. Why am I stuttering about this? The audio animatronic versions. Shh, let me talk. The auto animatronic version of Addison. Here, come here, baby. The audio animatronic version of the animals was kind of incorporated, for which he went to one of the Imagineers, Mark Davis, to kind of make more fun and more light of the situation. Which his contributions was the elephant in the waterfall, as well as the tribal people up on the pole. So Harley's watched a lot of videos of the Jungle Cruise, and it's kind of one of our favorite videos that we watch on YouTube, and it's one of my favorite rides in general.
And a tiger.
Hey, but we're going to talk about another one, okay?
And cheetahs. And 3 cheetahs there.
So after a little break, it looks like everybody is now starting to take their little naps, which I guess works out. Talking about Disneyland really does... oh, wait, is that one alive? Nope, just getting more comfortable. Talking about Disneyland really does kind of wear you out. So, quickly I want to talk about number 3 on my favorite list. Now, the top 3 are really... I mean, you think about it like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. They're really all kind of just like my favorites. But the reason that I like number 3 so much is actually the history behind it. Pirates of the Caribbean was an idea that Walt had that he really wanted to implement kind of from the beginning, but really wasn't able to with the rushing of the completion for Disneyland almost not happening on time. It was kind of pushed to one of the back burners. Now, with the expansion of Disneyland, which happened a lot sooner than what everybody thought was going to, because the sheer popularity of the park opening allowed them to actually create more and expand more faster than they actually thought. So the next land that Walt wanted to do was New Orleans Square, which was implemented next. The reason that he liked New Orleans so much was, kind of one of the reasons that I like Pirates of the Caribbean so much, was the history of it. It was the first land to actually be a three-tiered land for you, which is the basement level, which actually is, I want to try to get it for the camera. Screw it, whatever. The bottom, which is actually the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. The main level, which has all the shops and restaurants and everything, and then you got a top level, which is actually Walt and Roy Disney's apartment that they were building up in that area. Now, originally, the Pirates of the Caribbean was supposed to be a walk-through kind of wax museum that was supposed to feature pirates from history, kind of all the big famous ones, and what happened within that certain time period. Now, Walt put Imagineer Mark Davis kind of in charge of it to kind of think of the concepts and do everything with that one. He did a really great job on the Jungle Cruise, like we already talked about, but after his research, learning that the triumphant legends of piracy and all that were actually really just kind of a Hollywood creation. Most pirates actually were pretty much cowards, fled from fights. Most of them actually died from venereal diseases, and the stories of the swashbuckling and buried treasure really didn't happen. So Mark brought this to Walt, and they all decided on the concept of Pirates of the Caribbean, which we now see in the ride itself. Okay, good. Still asleep. Of course she is. She's really tired, baby. So a lot of it was then changed to be more lighthearted and more of a caricature designed for it. So the big reason that the ride is the way that it is nowadays, with the boats and actually being a water ride, was the break that was taken for the 1964 World's Fair, that Disney pretty much backed out from all the creation and all the implementation of the Haunted Mansion, as well as Pirates of the Caribbean. They pretty much all put all their plans and everything on hold so they could go with that. And the big thing that they wanted to introduce was the audio animatronics, which was featured in the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. Now that just blew up at the World's Fair. Everybody was just astounded by it. Cool thing about it is the motion and the power for the robots, for the characters, that sounds better, for the characters was all completely based on audio. So, somebody would say something, and the things would actually start moving based upon the words or just sounds, everything that was actually heard from the machines. So that was one of the cool things. So after the World's Fair, construction on Pirates of the Caribbean and the Haunted Mansion both resumed, and a lot of changes took place. So the boat ride, the boat concept was one of the big things behind it, and the audio animatronic pirates was another really, really big thing too. So it's kind of all history. Look, here's Hardy's nose. Are you ready to go see some pirates? What, are you covering up your nose? Don't let nobody see your boogers? So there's a lot more history and everything. You are covering up your nose, aren't you? There's a lot more history and other really cool things about Pirates of the Caribbean that I will talk about later when we're actually on the ride and be able to film some cool stuff for it. So, but I'll talk about all that sort of stuff later. So number 3 favorite is actually Pirates of the Caribbean. As you can see, I like Planet of the Apes a lot too. I have the box set. And I love the movies. Which kind of brings us to our next ride, which is kind of based upon animals. Well, the animals are the characters, but also has some sort of controversy based around it, because it's based around a movie that Disney has really separated themselves from quite a bit. They really don't point this out in the Disney movie canon very much. And yet, I kind of understand why, but at the same time, I find it to be just a piece of Americana. You can't erase the fact that stuff like that actually happened in the past, in literature and everything. Hey, look at everything written by Mark Twain. It wasn't written as racism or anything. It was written as a slice of Americana in the South during that period of time. Now, this ride I'm talking about right now is actually called Splash Mountain, which is based upon the characters for the Songs of the South. You have the Brer characters. You have Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, Brer Bear, and you got good old Uncle Remus, which is not really featured in the ride. He's not really featured in the ride very much, but all the songs and everything are. And the songs are iconic. Zippity Doo-Dah. Everybody knows what that is. Now, the reason kind of for me that I actually like this ride a lot is based upon the fact that when Katie and I got married, we went on our honeymoon down to Disneyland, and one of the very first rides that we rode was Splash Mountain. It was kind of something that we both realized that we enjoyed so much So it was really based upon a personal, really deep kind of personal connection. And every single time that we've been there, that's always been one of the very first things that we've done, and one of the very first things. And I've always loved the characters, even though Disney really didn't apparently like their characters so much, but they did because they made a ride about it. So I don't really understand. The biggest thing about it was the big 56-foot drop that you get out of there, which is always fun. It always gets you wet, splashes you. You have a lot of fun. The audio animatronics in it is amazing. The coolest thing about this dark ride is it really captures the essence of the South, and it really does a great job of displaying all the characters, as well as the nice, happy tunes and all the music and everything with it. It's really just all in all just a straight joy to be on. But for me, like I said, it has always been a very strong connection. When I was a little kid, for the very first time, we went to Disneyland, which was right around the time of the opening for it. So it was kind of a big thing. Now, the reason that I always kind of wonder, why would they call it Splashbound? It makes sense that, based upon the drop, you get splashed and all that sort of stuff, but that seems like a very, very small part of the ride. So, Harley's pulling out a blanket, but now look what you did to Rosie. You woke her up. Our cat, Rosie. But the splash really kind of seems like a very small part of the actual ride itself. But after learning that it was actually named that way due to the release of a Disney-produced movie called Splash, that some people like to, Michael Eisner wanted to make a connection between the opening of the ride and the movie. And even though there really is no big connection, he just wanted to name it that. So number 2 on my list is Splash Mountain, just based upon the history and Americana that it does embody. If you go and you watch Songs of the South, yeah, you can see some kind of dicey portrayals in it, but at the same time, it's what it is. It's what it was back then, during the time frame that they were trying to embody. So deal with it. Now, my number 1 favorite ride is probably just about as weird as I am, which I already talked a little bit about, but I think that this truly is one of my actual dead to rights favorites. Dead, of course, being the Haunted Mansion. Now, when I was talking a little bit about the 1964 World's Fair, that Disney kind of, pushed every other project to the side to focus on that one. That really led to the creation and the driving force behind the Haunted Mansion, and actually made it a ride instead of a walk-through attraction, which once again it was designed to be. A lot of different embodiments of this ride. It changed so much over the time, to the Museum of the Weird, to an old pirate captain, to just silly goofiness of Mark Davis once again. Everything kind of was implemented, considering the ride wasn't completed for Walt Disney to actually see. So he died before the opening of the ride, and led to a lot of different changes and a lot of different people having their little inputs on it. But it is created to be everything that we know and love today. The coolest thing about it is it was changed to actually be more of a home for lost souls. Kind of the catchphrase, the 99 happy haunts that are supposed to embody the Haunted Mansion. I felt that they really did a better job of it. Now, of course, me being a boy and liking horror movies and everything, I would kind of gravitate towards something like this. But it always has been just one of my favorites, even though it's a ghost. This, once again, the silliness of Mark Davis really made it a lot more enjoyable. the Madame Leota head who kind of conjures these spirits and keeps them around the home. I always thought was kind of a cool little twist. There's a lot of different rooms in it and different experiences. Plus, too, I mean, there's a big murder aspect in the house. The whole Black Widow bride of her, chopping everybody's heads off like on their honeymoon. I mean, it's crazy. So for a lot of things are really really sneaky about this one, but I still enjoy it. Katie does too. My fingers are really crossed, big time that Harley will. Although with us going in in October, we better be, because this is the month of October and we're leaving in like a week, so I ain't waiting no more damn month. It is already changed to the Nightmare Before Christmas themed. So Harley's not really seen the Nightmare Before Christmas, but I think I put it on. She's kind of watched it a little bit. It is kind of a dark story, but it's also still pretty silly. The music in it, too, Nightmare, is just unbelievably amazing. But I'm really enjoying the fact that I'm going to be able to take both my daughters on it to see it. I don't think that this little one will be scared or anything like that. I think she'll actually be in awe of it. Harley, I think, will just be really excited to see Jack Skellington and all the other big characters. One of my personal favorites, Oogie Boogie. I thought that was such a cool name. Here, let's change up the angle. There we go. So that's kind of one of my real big things. Once again, I mean, this is just a video that I can incorporate so much knowledge about the ride too. I love it. It's I love the darkness, the different areas for it, and kind of all the different aspects of the ghost story, kind of the retellings. So yeah, I think that's kind of the cool things about it. And of course, being in Disneyland, I'll talk a lot more about it all. Probably talk a lot about more why these other ones are also my favorites. But there's just kind of a small list for you. Once again, top 5, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, The Jungle Cruise. Then you got Pirates of the Caribbean, Splash Mountain, and the ultimate favorite of the Haunted Mansion. I'm really excited to take all the rest of my family to go and see these rides. All of my nieces, because all we have are girls, and of course my daughters, to enjoy the wonderment that is Disneyland. So pretty soon I will be posting everything. I'll be throwing up little clips, and then we're going to be getting a lot of videos from that place, especially from the trick-or-treating. I'm really excited about that. So there's a lot to look forward to. Hey, Harley, is there anything you want to say? Well, come here. Come here. Hello, that's it? Where are you going to go here in a week? To Disneyland. Say it bigger. Say it bigger. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Where are you going? Disneyland. So for all of us, even the ones that are sleeping right now, maybe we should not be so loud. We want to say goodbye, and we'll see you from Disneyland. See you later. See you later. See you later.